Hi guys, so since that last video I've been thinking, and to kind of go along with what was mentioned on the last video, I'd like to talk about something important on this video. I'd like to talk about Jesus.
I tag that lad Deary and Stacey Devine to do this, and I tag everyone else who's watching.
Okay, so we're not talking about Jesus. Thanks for the tag, Lou. Okay, so I was tagged to do the first time tag by LouLouBieberful. Everyone knows what it is, so let's just get on with it. First tweet. I have no fucking idea. I'm not even going to look. I've had so many Twitters over the years that I will never find out what my first tweet was, so I couldn't tell you. First YouTube video. My first YouTube video was this one here.
Hello YouTube, I'm not LouLouBieberful, and
which
this is my first video.
I was really nervous on, so don't take the piss out of me, please. First person you subscribe to on YouTube. First person I subscribed to on YouTube was Nincompoop. First Facebook profile picture. Again, so many Facebooks over the years that I don't even have access to the first Facebook I ever had, let alone being able to tell you what my first profile picture was. I just know for a fact it was a picture of me, not one of these shitty pictures that people get off Google and use it as a profile picture, like a symbol or a cartoon or fucking Tinkerbell. God, they piss me off. Do you still talk to your first love? Yes, I do. What was your first alcoholic drink? My first alcoholic drink was Pernod. Tastes like aniseed, burns your throat, puts you on your ass. What was your first job? My first job was a cleaner, which would probably explain my minor selective OCD when it comes to cleaning. What was your first car? I'd say it would have to be the Lamborghini I stole when I was 14. I'm joking. Never had a car. Who was the first person you text today? Irony. Amy, who is on my Coke and Milk Challenge video with me, the second time I did it. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? My son, because I was going to pick him up. Who was your first grade teacher? I think my first grade teacher was a lady called Mrs. McCartney. Or Mrs. Wright, I'm not sure. But I had both of them in nursery, and then I had one in my first year at school and my second year. So, it was one of those two. Where did you go on your first ride on an aeroplane? Spain. Costa del Sol, to be exact. Who was the first best friend you had, and do you still talk? First best mate I had was a guy called Henry, and yes, we do still talk. We've been best mates for 15 years, and he's the only person who knows literally everything about me. Which isn't an open invitation to go and get all the gossip on me from him. So, yeah. Please, don't do that. Please. Where was your first sleepover? I'm assuming my first sleepover was either at Henry's, or it was at a house just down the road from the first house I lived in. What was the first thing you did this morning? You mean aside from waking up and turning the alarm off and getting dressed? I went out to pick my son up. What was the first concert you ever went to? I've never been to one. First broken bone. I don't know if it counts as broken, but I knocked my knuckle out of place. So if that counts, that. Otherwise, none. If you had asked for my first scar, then I could have given you a fucking list. First piercing. My left ear. And my only piercing. However, I did want to get my tongue pierced at one point, and my eyebrow. Obviously, didn't go for either. First foreign country you went to. Wouldn't that be the same as the first place I went on a plane? Because it was Spain. I mean, I could have drove to France before that, but I didn't. First movie you remember seeing? I don't remember the fucking last movie I saw. However, I do remember when I was younger, the first programme I saw was Brookside. I remember we was at the first house I ever lived in. I was sat on my dad's knee, eating ready break, about 7 o'clock at night, half 7. It was on around that time, I think. And I was watching Brookside. When was your first detention? First year of high school. And my second, and my third, and my fourth. I was always in detention at high school. Who was your first roommate? This is awkward. My ex-fiancée. If you had one wish, what would it be? I'm assuming I can't wish for more wishes. So I'd bypass that by wishing for a genie. automatically giving me 3 more wishes. Both of them would be a cheating answer, so I'd have to say my one wish would be my own happiness and to find love. Granted, it's a bit selfish, but I think I'm entitled to be after everything and being the sort of person I am. Besides, this wish isn't going to come true, so it wouldn't make a difference if I wished for world peace, world domination, or my own happiness. It's not going to come true. So I'll stick with that. Not the world peace or the world domination, I'd stick with my own happiness and to find love. Which would lead to my own happiness, so... yeah. What was the first sport you was involved in? You taking the piss? Me? Sport? No. Hate football, hate rugby, find golf kind of intriguing, and I like fishing, and I like pool. But I've never been directly involved with any sport at all. I don't like sports. What's the first thing you do when you get home? Usually I make a coffee. Today, I put this on charge so I could record this video. When was your first kiss? 2001. I was 11, and sat behind the girl's couch, hiding from my mum. And finally, I would like to tag Jenny Tilson to do this. And I also tag you if you're watching and you make YouTube videos. Right guys, so thanks for watching. All the links are below. You know what to do with them. And if somebody could send me either a can or a bottle of root beer, that would be great because I'm all out. You'll see me next time, guys. Now I'm assuming Jesus, if that is your real name, you can see this because, of course, you're Jesus. Now, come back and tell me, do I still sound stock and stupid?